Okay, so now we have we've installed we went ahead and we installed Homebrew and we've installed Git. Well, let's go ahead and check to make sure Git is properly installed. We can do that by looking for the version. Git dash dash version. That's our version. 2.371, 2.37.1. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we need to go and let's go back to our directory. We just created a directory somewhere on our D drive. We really don't care where it was. Let me go ahead and close that out. And get rid of this. And what is this? What is this, huh? So test directory. So this is directory. Let's go here. Beginning directory. Okay. And yeah, let's move here. And what was the command we did to go here? Let's see where we are. Norbert Grover, right? Let's go ahead and CD hasn't changed directory. Drag this on here, and there's our path. Let's check our directory. There we go. Beginner dir ls-al. You look in here, there are no hidden files, just index one and test dir. Let's go ahead and do remove what? Recursive, right? I believe that's dash R. Was it dash R? I don't know. Dash R. Remove recursive. Test dir. Yes, that is. And then we say rm index one dot html. So now ls dash al. now we can start going ahead and let's go ahead and create a let's talk about the concept of branches and setting up Git, our first local repository. So how we set up our first, let's go ahead and it's really simple, right? So we're going to create a file, touch index dot html, or just say index dot swift. Okay. Okay. Actually, rm index dot swift. Let's do this. Touch view controller dot swift. Okay. Or okay, view controller dot swift, right? And now um um let's go ahead and let's make some changes to view controller dot swift. We're gonna open up view controller dot swift in open with Xcode. And here we are. And we're gonna create a class view controller. And of course, we aren't really doing anything, right? View controller var var, I don't know what, table, string. I'm making up stuff, right? Var, um, ID is int, like that, right? And of course, we have to do an initializer, right? Table is a type string, and ID is a type integer. And we're gonna do self dot table equals table, self dot ID equals ID, right? We're gonna file, we're going to save. Now that we have this inside of here, we should be able to see that look at our file size. ls dash s view controller 8. Okay, whatever. And so now we have view controller in there. Let's see. We don't have get in there, right? Let's say get status. Not a repository. Why? Because you say get in this directory. Let's see, pwd, beginner dir. So you want a get file to be in here, .get file that can see this view controller file. Once you do that, and then you have it watching it, then you have a repository. You have it watching it, which is staged and then committed. So how you put this in here is you say, we are in this directory, beginner, dir, as you can see right here. Get init. Hold on for a second. See, ls-al, and we have a get file in there. So if you don't believe it, you can do this right here. Shift command period. And there's our get directory right there. And this keeps track of everything, right? But you don't want this viewable. Shift command period makes it visible and not visible. If you want to see it in your terminal, ls-al. Okay. And now because you have this here, you can get the status. You have view controller.swift. It's not being tracked. So you have a repository, but the files in here aren't being tracked. So you have to add the files. That's when you add them, they're in staging. So you do this, get add. And you can either put the file name or use dot, stands for everything in this directory. It's staged. Okay. Right here. Now get status. Get status. See, now it's staged. Okay. And you say get rm dash dash cached the file name view controller.swift to unstage it. Okay. But we don't want to unstage it. We want to commit, right? So we want to say, this is our first commit. So in order to commit, which is the next stage of it, okay? Commit is means that yes, these are the files that we want, and this version of it, we want this. Okay. So when we save, this is when we want archive. This is what we want to go back to. Okay. This is working. So we'll say get commit dash m. I'm just gonna say view controller first commit. View controller first or MM IT. View controller first commit. Now, let me say this. Every company and most development groups have um their own way of writing their commit messages, you know. So you have to go whatever convention they're using wherever you are, wherever you work. Let me get some water. My throat is like parched. Jesus Christ. I swear, man. Nothing can never be easy. It's just water, just sparkling water, people. So now I'm committed. Get status. Commit. Now it says on branch master, nothing to commit. Working tree is clean. That means there's nothing to commit. There's nothing in staging. The working tree is clean. That means everything is committed. And if you want to check the status of it's being committed, you can say git log. This is what we just committed with a commit number right here. This is the head. This means it's the last thing committed. It's the head of master. Master is the main branch. You're gonna learn more about it, and we're gonna go in more in depth. Right now, I'm just giving you the basics so you can understand this. Later on down the line, you aren't going to be working on the master branch. You're going to be working on a you're going to work against the a development branch in your regular work life. But that's I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of you. So let's continue. So this is it right here. Okay. View controller first commit. And so now um what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and make a change, right? um let's go ahead and do this. Okay. Let's go ahead and I'm just gonna follow the the order that I set in there. So I told you get log. And so now that we're free, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop here for now, and then we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about branches. We're gonna talk about checking out new branches. We're gonna talking about creating new branches, and we're gonna talk about merges. So, on to the next.